I was at a family reunion, or maybe Christmas gathering. My mom and I got bored with it, and we went upstairs and started watching separately, but in the same room. Started going through like videos and CDs and books. And I was watching these little videos, short movies that were supposed to be by Aphex Twin. And some of them had political content, but it was never overt. Um, I mean, they were fictional movies that had themes that might have been a little bit overt, but they were still fictional movies. And some of them critiqued sexuality and um, I don't know, economics, things like that. And then suddenly the weather started getting uh, severe. This, thunderstorms and severe rain. And we went to close the windows. Looks like they were all open, but as I passed most of them closer up, they were actually already closed. They just had a weird segment that made them look open. My mom told me on this one how to use the vase that was in the center of the windowsill to close it somehow. Doesn't really make sense. But I couldn't understand what she was saying. The rain was so loud. And I knocked over a bunch of glass things, other glass pieces in the vase as I was doing it. And she got mad. And it made me really mad. And I yelled at her, told her I was just going to leave. And that I didn't care how bad the weather was. I was just going to leave. And just kind of walk somewhere far away. And she made some strange comment that I did not understand, but it was very strange because in response to that, well, A, it was calm, but B, it was that kind of Buddhist in nature, which would not come from her normally. It's something about previous lifetimes and how it's something about like ending life with no regrets and in consideration of previous lifetimes. And but she looks kind of creepy as she said it. Creepy smile. And I walked outside. There was all the rain happening. I was under a little roofed porch patio, and I tried to walk through it to the actual outdoors, but there were these kind of decorative curtains that were descending as if they like didn't want me to leave. Like anytime I tried to leave a certain wall of it, they would descend. And there was like a pole, like that would be at the bottom of a blind, a horizontal pole. But they had sharp edges, like it was an arrow on each end or something. And as I tried to squeeze through them, like in the corners, since they were apparently not letting me through with a mind of their own, as I squeezed through, one of the sharp arrow-like poles jabbed me in the chest, and I pulled my shirt up to look at it, and it was bleeding. Not too severely, but still substantially. And I started to wonder if I was going to die because of the comment that she had made. Not because it seemed that, because it was a fairly shallow stab, but since she had just made that comment, I had wondered if I was going to die. And then kept walking, still raining, and I didn't know where I was at this point. It seemed to be some sort of place that I was on, some sort of field trip with work, but I was only really allowed to be in certain places, and the other places were sort of secretive, like only certain personnel could be there. First I walked out and I saw my employer and someone else sitting outside at a table having like a private meeting, and they didn't mind that I was there per se, but then I walked a little further and there were all these other people having like a private lunch or something outside of a building, and I lifted up my phone to take a video of some things. It was strange because through the phone I could see things that weren't there or that I couldn't see without the phone camera. Like I saw a lot more people sitting there. Then some people approached me, and it seemed like they were indirectly telling me not to take videos because it was secretive, but they weren't mean about it because it was subtle. I think they were just saying like, oh, did they not tell you what was allowed here? Something to that extent. But then I could suddenly see a lot of people around me, even without the phone, and I just had the feeling that it was a zone where the ordinary laws of physics or even logic did not apply. People had strange powers because someone walked by with a severed head that they were holding, but the head was very much alive and talking and not suffering either. Just alive and talking. Some of them, though, seemed to be like artist performers. And right now, that's all I can remember beyond that point in the dream. So I will talk to you later.